Okay, so I am working on the ice cream shop, and my instructions was in Japanese, and it was kind of difficult to use Google Translate for every step. You see it's in Japanese since the kit was bought in Japan, so it came with Japanese instructions. But I was lucky, I was able to find a link online. This is from a shop in Canada, and it was for free, and I was able to just download it. So if you can see, so let's see, so here it has the instructions in English. And so it introduction kind of tells you what the kit comes with and what other tools we might need. So these are items that we will need. So ruler, scissors, knives. So let's see, we have a couple in here for cutting the wood, and then needle nose pliers and cutting pliers. And what else do we need? A screwdriver. So let's see. So we have some tweezers in here, which they've provided one, and we have a couple of screwdrivers in here. I don't know what the sizing is that's needed, but we'll see if these will work. So we'll leave these out for now, and then it pretty much goes into how to get started. So pretty much we have to, I'm going to do the transparent sheets last because it has to be measured and cut out, and I don't want to mess those up, so we'll do those later. But it looks like we have to cut these wood pieces from here. So we'll have to match them to the template here by the number, and then cut them out and paint them. So I will start on that. So let me just open this. And see which pieces. So here are some of the wood pieces. This is the sandpaper, we'll need later. So yeah, so this is pretty thin. So I just have to take the knife and start cutting these. This will probably be for the structure later. And looks like some paper, foam. So I'm gonna stick these back in the box so we don't lose them. And let's see. There's more wood pieces, paper. You just cut this side. Another piece. Take this out. Piece. There's another wood piece, and then this is probably going to be the actual structure. We'll put that on the side, and we'll put these away so we don't lose them. And so we'll have to start cutting these out first. Start with this one. Okay, so we're gonna start with this piece. And it looks like this goes with this section of the template. So we just want to be careful, I guess, not to cut. So it looks like this is 13, 14, and 15, and 16. So it looks like I can cut these apart. These, do they stay together? This one is one piece. This one might be one piece. And then these. Yep. So I'm gonna have to look to make sure that these are not supposed to be separated because it's the same number. So I'll have to see where it falls in the instructions before I cut them apart. So let's see, we can go to these. So let's see if I can find some B pieces here. So B16, which is this, and B17, B18. Looks like they're all separated. B18, B20. Yep, looks like so. I do have to cut in between them. Except for B19 stays as one piece. Okay, and so I'll have to start cutting. So in the instructions at the beginning, it says to remove the wood part with knife, polish with sandpaper for preparation. It's easier to remove parts by cutting the edge front and back. So we want to do front and back on the crevices here. So I'm going to start right here. Just going to follow this and cut the front and then cut. So I'm working on cutting more of these wood pieces out. And I'm trying to separate them by which template they came out of, because that would help me figure out what colors to paint them later on. So gotta cut them out and then sand them and then paint them. So some of these, once you get the main portions kind of cut out, some of these you can just pop them out. So like this one will just pop out, and this one is, let's see, it's this one right here. So it's white, so I'm just going to keep it separate because these are the brown ones. These are just non-colored. And just gonna keep cutting them all out and then get them painted. I did try out the paint for the first batch just to see what they look like. They do recommend 2 coatings, so I'm letting this dry for now before I put the second coat on. And once this is done, then we can move towards assembling them. Okay, so I got all these pieces out of here, and since some of them are really tiny, I'm gonna put them in an empty box right here. We'll just throw them in here so we don't lose any pieces. Just throw them in here. That way we don't lose anything. And then I'm gonna hold on to this because it helps reference which part of the instruction. So this is 6-1 here, which goes with the 6-1, and so this way I know which numbers each piece is. So for now we're gonna sand them. So I'm just gonna take them, just get the little ends off. I'll put the scraps here so we can throw them out nicely. Just gonna sand the ends off so it'll be smooth. That's still kind of okay. So this one. So we're just gonna go through and sand all the pieces and then paint them. Okay, so I just finished sanding all of these, and now I'm gonna separate them out for painting. So the darker ones will be dark brown, and the